Hello everybody, my name is Sam Begg and let's get started. So if you're working on building a business or a blog or really anything that needs an online presence, I'm sure you've already realized that you are going to need a website or somewhere to uh, display what you have to offer. So the main thing is when we look at the past, websites used to be something that you needed to have knowledge of design, knowledge of coding. You needed to almost, be an expert on the subject. And if you weren't, you would essentially have to go to somebody who was a webmaster and could put it together. And that was very expensive. And there were some other drawbacks to it as well. It's really hard to relay information, which I'll get to in a minute. But let me just show you, if you're not already acquainted with what I do, my main business, apart from, these Udemys are just something I do to help people and share the knowledge that I've learned along the way. But my main business is Virtue Broker, which is a uh, online-based brokerage that allows real estate agents to sell from the internet. And what we did is we actually used Squarespace, which is why I created this Udemy to share with you what I learned from utilizing Squarespace and why we chose Squarespace as the um, service to actually host and design our website. So as you can see, we have interactive video playing in the background, something that's, if you were trying to do with code, would require quite a bit of knowledge. And we also have parallax scrolling, as you can see here. You can see that picture with the couple in the background. It's actually moving at a slower pace than the parts around it. So this really is quite a dynamic website, very clean design. There's another video playing in the background and with parallax scrolling over it. And we also have fully functioning forms. Let's say that you're an agent, and this is just hypothetical, just to show you the functionality of our website. Let's say you're an agent and you would like to join our brokerage. You can see our benefits here, and then you can fill out this form. So, John Doe, okay. You could fill out some of the stuff here. And let's say you click the join. Now, as you can see, the forms provided by Squarespace are pretty awesome because they actually will not allow you to move forward. And then what we did with these forms is we actually synced them to emails and also synced them to a MailChimp account, which allows us to collect emails for future mailings and to create a database. And it's all done without any coding whatsoever. And one thing that's really, important to remember is there's the initial cost of creating a website, which if you were to go to a web designer, and in very specific, very unusual situations, sometimes you will need to do it that way. But for most business owners and most bloggers and most personal sites, this Squarespace software is more than enough to really take care of all the things that you're going to need to do. And at a very fraction of a small fraction of the cost that it would be if you were to go to a developer. So one thing to remember is not only the upfront cost here, okay, but you can probably imagine how many times we've moved things around on this site, changed pictures to really optimize it to suit our potential and current agents. And if we were to go to a web developer for each time that we needed any kind of modification, this could end up costing us, in the high, many thousands of dollars per month even. Because if you think about it, they're going to want to charge you hundreds of dollars, if not maybe at minimal $100 an hour to make adjustments and to make changes. And you really want to have the flexibility to control your business because really, at the end of the day, optimizing your business is what's going to make you money. So, for anyone who's starting a business and and trying to really take control of your time. There's so much to do. You don't really have time to be learning all the coding. So this is going to be a chance for you to get it all put together for almost no money whatsoever and have a presence out there. So let's get started, and we're going to move on in the course, and we're going to talk a little bit about how websites work. So if you aren't familiar with kind of how hosting takes place and domain registration, we're going to go over that. And then we're going to help you find a name that you like, get your name reserved. And then from there, we're going to move on towards setting you up with your Squarespace and building your website. So let's move on to the next section and get started.